When you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you. A single death is a tragedy. A million deaths is a statistic. Don't react. Cut them off silently. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Perhaps home is not a place, but simply an irrevocable condition. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. It is not worth the while to let our imperfections disturb us always. We may be small and we may be young, but we will shake the world for our beliefs. There are routes not to be followed, armies not to be attacked, citadels not to be besieged, territory not to be fought over. Having the life of your dreams is simple. Make conscious choices. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you were behind. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. I do not know everything, still many things I understand. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. Art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. We are willing to believe anything other than the truth. Imagining something is better than remembering something. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. Being unconquerable lies with yourself. Being conquerable lies with your enemy. I know the joy of fishes in the river through my own joy as I go walking along the same river. Let your mind wander in the pure and simple. Be one with the infinite. Let all things take their course. Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us. Men of this world all rejoice in others being like themselves and object to others not being like themselves. Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. People, in general, would rather die than forgive. It's that hard. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. A kingdom that has once been destroyed can never come again into being, nor can the dead ever be brought back to life. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. Money is better than poverty, if only for financial reasons. You know, there's no such thing as a complete lie. There's always some truth in there. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. There is no wealth like knowledge, no poverty like ignorance. If you have the guts to be yourself, other people will pay your price. Tomorrow hopes we have learned something from yesterday. It is better for the heart to break than not to break. The king is only fond of words and cannot translate them into deeds. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. The control of large numbers is possible, and like unto that of small numbers if we subdivide them. People who belittle people will be little people and will accomplish very little. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. If you concentrate on small, manageable steps, you can cross unimaginable distances. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. Appreciate the moment of a first kiss. It may be the last time you own your heart. Positive expectations are the mark of the superior personality. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. Secret operations are essential in war. Upon them, the army relies to make its every move. The key to life is accepting challenges. Once someone stops doing this, he's dead. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. I am not good at noticing when I'm happy, except in retrospect. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. Memory can make a thing seem to have been much more than it was. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. What is of the greatest importance in war is extraordinary speed. One cannot afford to neglect opportunity. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering. The expert in anything was once a beginner. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. In the haunted house of life, art is the only stair that doesn't creak. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. Hearing voices no one else can hear isn't a good sign, even in the wizarding world. The language of light can only be decoded by the heart. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Over time, hidden truths morph in the dark soil of deceit into something much worse. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. Law is made by the winner to preserve victory over the loser. If thinking should precede acting, then acting must succeed thinking. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. To go outside what your charge was and to try to solve everything yourself is dangerous. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. The greatest step towards a life of simplicity is to learn to let go. Unless you enter the tiger's lair, you cannot get hold of the tiger's cubs. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. My only advice is to stay aware, listen carefully, and yell for help if you need it. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend. The money you make is a symbol of the value you create. Sometimes when hardships knock, it's just life. Do not take it personal. Success, for most people, requires unlearning as much as learning. If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all you will have gained. Adversity discourages losers. Adversity inspires winners. The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. The longing for paradise is man's longing not to be man. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.